cards are the best.
Like birthday cards, filled with money. Who doesn't love those? No one is who. If you play your cards right in Hearthstone for the Virgin Media Gaming Hexathlon, then you'll have a cool £5,000 falling out. Ever had that in a birthday card? Of course you haven't.
So, how do you shuffle up your game to help you hand out more damage? Let's deal out 10 top tips.
This is the most important part. More than having badass legendary cards or even owning the game. There are 9 different classes and you need to know them all. This is the difference between deftly avoiding a turn 4 swipe or losing all to a turn 7 flame strike. Knowledge is power, so study hard in Hearth School. If only there were places where you could get a list of people's tried and tested decks. Wait, there are? Sites like Icy Veins and Hearthstone explain how to make the most out of the cards you have, and several you probably don't. A principle as old as Grandpappy Time himself. Get more for less. If you can remove an expensive enemy minion for less mana, then you've traded favourably. Removing low mana minions with your expensive cards, on the other hand, will leave you fresh out of premium hurt givers when the time comes to punish the face. So dig deep into the bargain bucket and pull out some cheap business. The best offense is a good defense, right? No, unright. Hurling out nothing but taunt characters to guard your hero's face will at best delay your inevitable defeat. Instead, drop taunts to protect your other minions when they need it, if only to give them a turn to get ready. Your shields will be down next turn, but hey, you'll hit hard. Don't be afraid to take face damage, especially during the early game. Minions usually take a turn to get ready, but weapons are immediate. If one hit from you destroys that big enemy minion, you might just have saved yourself taking that same damage twice. Plus, if it keeps your minions alive, you're all boarding the pain train to Windtown. If you have cards you never use, dust them. Gold cards may be fancy, but they dust for double. Save up and drop that sweet blue powder on Sylvanas Windrunner or Dr. Boom. If you've already got those two, then consider Antonidas or Tyrian Fordring. They are class specific, but your opponent will have their head in their hands when you play them. Know ahead of the game which are your best starting cards. Zombie Chow, Mad Scientist and Web Spinner are great, but don't hold on to that 10-turn Pyroblast. You'll be a card down all game until then. Don't rush to play your top deck card when you have nothing else in your hand. You'll be serving up easy kills and a death sentence for yourself. Hold up, do nothing for a turn and take a hit, save a few cards, and serve up multiple threats and a real problem next turn. Being able to see which cards the enemy is highlighting is critical to getting into their head. Keep an eye on that spare part, or the card they keep threatening to play. You can get a rough idea of their strategy if you're smart. Think you've lost? Well, maybe you haven't. Act like you've won. Drop a well played and hover a targetable card over their face like you're savouring the final moments of your glorious comeback. They might rather concede than have you bask in that glory. It does happen. Then just kick back and laugh heartily.
And it's as simple as that. But I guess if all that doesn't work, you could always just play Face Hunter. It's annoying, because it's cheap and easy and effective. Anyway, make sure you shuffle over to our previous video to find out all about the world of Hearthstone as an esport, and come back next time where we'll be moving on to Smite.